What's up everyone, this is Fluffles from the Tahiti Discord, and I have another video for you today. Today we're going to be looking at a war matchup. So here is a team that we see a lot that's stumped a few people. You've got the Heroes for Hire, but Iron Fist has dropped off the team, and in its place you have Red Guardian. So super annoying. Red Guardian, he spawns with the taunt up, really messes up what you do when you're using Dark Hunters against Heroes for Hire, because your Morbius ult, you want it to chain through the whole team if you can, and Red Guardian makes that impossible because people will position him in the middle. So you're going to see how we sub out Mordo, or out your fifth of choice. Usually it's Mordo, and in this case we're going to use Baron Zemo instead. A lot of people are still using Baron Zemo with X Factor, but I find him to be more useful here because we have an easy one-shot that we can accomplish. So you see the power difference. It's about 100k punch up, but we should still be able to handle this just fine. Now Morbius, it's pretty critical that you land his debuffs, his heal block, his trauma. So if you have your Morbius at level 85 or higher, and you have him at 6 yellow stars, 5 red or so or higher, you're going to be just fine with his focus and be able to land things with him as the striker ISO. But if not, make him a skirmisher so that you ensure that those debuffs land. If they don't land, this matchup goes south very quickly. But he does get a ton of focus boost, so it's pretty safe to have him as striker if you've got him at those stat points or higher. Elsa you definitely want as a raider. Ghost Rider you definitely want as a striker. Voodoo you definitely want as a skirmisher. And Zemo, very important to have him as a skirmisher as well here. So, okay, let's load into the fight here. We're in practice mode in war. I wanted to do it in practice mode so that I could talk through it pretty leisurely without having the stress of fighting it live in a war. So the first thing that happens is Morbius puts the blinds out on everyone. This is standard, this is from his passive, and it makes it so that everybody on that team is going to miss everything that they do. And then Zemo is going to take a turn very early on. When he does, his passive goes off, and it removes the debuffs from some of these enemy players. Red Guardian doesn't have any of the resistance boost that these Hero for Hire have from these charged, so his taunt gets stripped pretty easily. And from here, we're just going hard into Shang-Chi, basically. Our priority is to kill him. If we don't kill Shang-Chi, then we're probably going to lose this match. Everyone's got a huge Shang-Chi because they use him in Doom Raid. So we want to get him low. So Morbius takes his turn next. It doesn't matter that the ability block from Zemo Ultimate didn't apply, by the way. We're looking to get some of the slows up, but it doesn't really matter. He's blinded anyway, so whether he's ability blocked or not, it makes no difference. We're just looking to get a little bit of damage in on him. So on Morbius's turn, we're going to ult. We want to ult on one of the edges, and we want to target Shang-Chi if we can. So Shang-Chi is on an edge. He's got a vulnerable, so we'll double tap him because I have Morbius as a striker. So you'll see we go through here, and you see we're landing the debuffs on all of these members here. So great. We've got the heal blocks, we've got the traumas, so they're going to drop and they're going to lose their charges. So now it's Ghost Rider's turn. We want to use his special to start. You gain turn meter when you use his special on multiple targets because you gain it per target with a debuff that it hits through his passive. So we're hitting more targets, so we're getting more speed bar. So in this case, Misty Knight is right next to Shang-Chi, so we're going to collide with Shang-Chi in the meantime, and we're going to put a little extra damage in on Red Guardian, and we'll gain the speed bar from hitting 3 targets with debuffs. So that's done, and now Shang-Chi is pretty low here. In this case, we sort of have a choice. We can either use the Voodoo special on Shang-Chi, or if your Elsa is pretty strong and you know that her ult will kill him from this level, you don't have to target him with this special. So I'll target Colleen with it because I'm pretty sure my Elsa is going to kill him regardless. And now it's Elsa's turn, and they've updated her ultimate to perma-kill anyone. So even if we didn't get him in the yellow, even if he still had charges, her ultimate will now remove, you can see here, it will remove the death proof down at the bottom, remove the death proof from city targets before the attack. Right, it gains a bunch of extra focus for that. It can't be blocked. So she's going to remove the death proof, and then she's going to hit them with this big ability and characters killed can't be revived. So even if he had the charges, he wouldn't be able to revive. And you see it killed him, and he did not revive. It also killed Misty, and even though she had charges, she didn't revive, and it just so happened to kill Red Guardian also. So it's pretty smooth sailing from here. We just want to get these targets into the yellow and then let them eat these charges up. Could have targeted Colleen there, but I want to make sure that she doesn't die because she's still got charges. So we're just getting them into the yellow so that as they take turns, their charges fall away. You see the charges are falling away. It doesn't matter that she killed Zemo, we're going to win anyway. And the match is over. Okay, easy. That was a 100k punch up, and we still dealt with it no problem. We had the option there, if for some reason that Shang-Chi hadn't gotten so low, we had the option to do more damage to him to ensure that we did get the kill on him. But taking him off the board early like that is what really locks in the win. I'm going to pop over to my roster screen real quick, and we'll take a look at my team, how I have them built, and why I was able to be successful with that. Let's just go here. Okay. So Dr. Voodoo, I have his passive, ultimate, and his special tier forward. Those are the 3 critical tier 4s. His basic's pretty strong too, but I chose not to do it. I only have him at gear tier 14. A lot of his abilities are health percent based, so having the additional gear tiers isn't going to give you too much extra damage. It'll just give you a little extra health on him to have him survive a little longer, but I find that the gear tier 14 is actually just fine for him. And you see I don't even have him up to 7 yellow yet. Morbius, you see I have 5 red, 6 yellow, so again not 7 yellow yet, but this is enough to give him the stats needed, level 85. Enough to give him the stats needed to have the focus and still be a striker, so that's fine there. Only gear tier 15 here, don't need to take him any higher, he seems to be working just fine. All of his tier 4s are very good. You saw we used pretty much all of these abilities during that fight, so it was useful to have most of those tier 4s in. Ghost Rider, another one. I only have him at gear tier 14. He's really not that important to have that high up. His passive is awesome. His special is good, but these other 2 are just luxury tier 4s. You really don't need to invest in them. You just want to be able to get that extra speed through his passive and all the extra health it gives. So you can keep him moderately sized. He is a pretty powerful character if you beef him up, but there's really no need for this matchup. Elsa, she's actually undercover MVP of this team. She's super strong. Her abilities hit so hard. Her ultimate, you definitely want to tier 4 this ultimate. This is the most important. This is the match winner. So having her as high of a gear tier as you can afford to put her, I find that gear tier 15 is just fine for this matchup, and having this ultimate here is pretty critical. You can skip the passive, you can skip the special, not that important. You actually get a ton of extra damage in her basic if you invest the tier 4 into her basic, but you saw we didn't really even need it in that fight. So make your own decision about that, but I think it's a really strong tier 4 if you ever end up needing to use that basic. And then lastly, Baron Zemo. So I don't have him that high, just level 80, just gear tier 15. That's plenty to strip the debuffs off of that big Red Guardian that we faced. You do want to have him as Skirmisher though, he really does need that extra focus. But you can leave him at stat levels like this, and you definitely want to do the passive, the ultimate, and the special. They're all great on Baron Zemo. So okay, short and sweet video, easy war matchup. Make sure that you follow that strategy moving forward in your wars so that you don't cost your alliance any more combat cancels or have anyone have to do the annoying cleanup of the leftover Shang-Chi. If you enjoyed this video, please check us out on Discord. We are the Tahiti Discord, one of the largest Marvel Strike Force Discords out there. We're open to the public. We've got great players from every alliance, not just our own, in there and chatting every day, talking strategy, talking different game modes. So please check us out. All right, thanks for watching.